Welcome or welcome back. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for an hour with Pro Sim Racing at Sentul Circuit. Round 2 of their Sim Racing System series.
Have fun, guys.
Good
Okay,
luck.
just because you said so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put it in gear 1 to start this time.
Go, nail it.
On your right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Pretty much everybody's within a second of each other on pace, so this is going to be interesting.
Right side.
Yellow flag.
Yoink!
You
Oh god! There's somebody in there!
Clear left.
Oh boy!
On your right. Still there.
Boy, I'm glad incident points aren't a
Still
thing
there.
anymore.
Hold your line.
He's gonna
Still
get
there.
that.
Clear all round.
I'm gonna let him have it. It's an hour-long race. Oh, hang on to it, John. I want to watch this lap back on the replay, if I remember in an hour.
On your left. Still there.
Schemes
Hold your line.
unavailable. Carry on.
Hold your line. Clear left.
Well done, Pasha. This is great.
No, the
Keep
curb!
those
Oh,
exits.
no!
P4.
Oh, he hit me! He had nowhere to go. I was in his face. I was in his face.
left.
Oh, God, I'm in the line!
Clear left.
I lost it on the curb and I was right in front of him. There was nothing he could do but hit me. Ah. We're so close on pace, though. This is going to be a good race, I think. Just by nature of the people in it.
Yellow flag. Watch out.
How about that
On
side?
right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Let's click damage repair on, please.
P6.
Yeehaw! Am I back to 5th? No, not quite.
Your right sides are cold. The gap behind is now 0.5. That's a new fastest lap for Smith, 121.0.
See how much slipstream these things get.
Left side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
You've just done a 121.5.
No, that's the grass! That grass looked at me funny.
The gap in front is now 0.9.
Go on my right side, whoever's behind Jay.
Oh!
Clear left.
Shoveled him right off his feet. Poor Sean. Oh, jeez!
Your tyre temperatures look good.
Who replaced all our rubber tires with Hot Wheels plastic tires before the race?
Okay, Pasha, don't let this guy distract you. P4. That last lap was a 123.3. Your right tyres are cold.
Really struggling to get out of that corner with all this fuel.
The gap behind is now 0.9. That lap time was 121.2. That's your best lap in this session.
No, baby! My left foot's gonna hurt after this. I need to get shoes.
Okay, Pasha, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 13 seconds.
I think we lost Kevin.
Heard something about VR going bad.
Pit window
No!
opens in 2 minutes.
I'm on track, but I reset the pits, and so now I'm.
Okay.
Awesome stuff, mate. Keep it coming. P3.
Oh, that's a nice S there. No! Whoa! Sure would be nice if this car would turn occasionally.
Pit window opens in 1 minute.
Oh, that's not the break point at all, is it?
On your right.
Ah! Oh, that was my fault. Ah, dang it.
Yellow
The
flag.
car just did not turn.
Clear right. Clear right.
your tyres are cold. Watch out. Yellow flag. Caution. Alright, Pasha. Pit window open.
Ah, dang it. Come on now.
The gap behind is now 0.9 P5.
Well, I'm driving like an idiot tonight. That doesn't feel great. Come on, man! I'll just get to wind my way back up the field. Ah, come on. Oh, God.
Okay, Pasha. We've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
I'm awake.
We like this. Keep doing it. P4.
Really? Because I've just lost 3 positions in 2 laps.
Your right side tyres are cold. You're gaining on this car. The gap is 1.9. Don't let this guy distract you. You've got half your fuel left. Your lap time was at
What's up, man?
21.5.
Oh, my goodness.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Synchronized spinning. This car, man. It just does weird things. I would like to have a lap where I'm not driving like a knob. Can I have one of those? I had some earlier. Not there. Don't get in there. Don't get in the grass. Oh, I was unclear.
The car behind is catching. The gap's now 0.6.
The car behind is not driving like an idiot. That's why. Ah! Okay, let's get our head in the game here.
P3.
No, not again! Look at all those skid marks in T1.
Alright, Pasha, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
It's not been a happy place. This is one of those weird tracks where you can kind of forget where you are because the entry to every corner looks the same.
That was 121.6.
Alright. Am I back in third? How did that happen?
The gap behind is now 1.2. That lap was 121.9.
Oh, a sub 121 race lap would be fantastic right now. Can't believe I caught that.
That was 121.2.
Not turning enough, not turning enough, turning too much. No! That's not the line!
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Car right. Clear right.
P4.
We did not have overlap, so I was wondering if he was just going to come over.
Smith is pitting from position 1. He should come out just in front of you. The leader, Smith, is pitting.
That's a good race. I wonder if I should pit out of this battle. If I should just have some fun with it.
Okay, Pasha, there's a car exiting the pit.
Oh,
Heads up.
Lord.
That lap time was 122.4.
Clear right.
No! Well, now.
Right side. Clear right.
Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits. The lead car's pitting.
In the lead! In the lead!
Very little fuel left. Box this lap. Please, Pasha. Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. You're leading.
Take a drink!
You didn't have to give that up, Jay.
It's okay, it's my first race back. I don't want to mess anybody up.
The gap
Appreciate
to
it.
Smith behind is increasing. It's now 1.2. We're running on fumes, mate. Hit this lap. In this lap. Yellow flag.
Alright, I'm done.
Your
That's...
headset,
yeah.
headset give up.
Yeah. I just can't. Same spot both times. I don't know what's going on.
What's your speed limit?
What
in
the
pits?
what?
We think you'll be exiting the pits into clear air. When we exit the pits, we should be in position of 5, a few seconds behind.
It just
P5.
grabbed the car. Oh no. At least the repairs aren't too bad for my earlier nerfing. Yeah, I need tires. They're gonna come in under the fuel load anyway.
Pit exit is clear.
I might try to double stint these.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 4.5 seconds. P5.
I'm gonna set up to double stint. If I change my mind, I can always flick the tires on at the last second. But if I can baby these tires for the whole race... then I will significantly save time in the pit stop. And I'm far enough behind the leaders at this point, I gotta try anything I can.
That was 121.6.
Oh, that was good. I miss these 60-minute enduros. Like the regional enduro series, it was sort of the flagship of SRS, and these long races. I kind of missed this. I should have given up hosting earlier. No. I mean, there was nothing stopping me from running an hour series, except nobody would have come.
Your lap time was 121.3.
Yeah. Back in my day, the SRS regional enduros were daily because there were that many people doing them. And they would often have 2 splits per day. In fact, I always hoped to get into split 2 because it was easier to win split 2 than it was to get top 10 in split 1. Ah, that was terrible. What's up, Adam? We are driving at beautiful Sentul in Indonesia. In the Orica FLM09. What a great car.
Is now 6.1. You've just done a 122.7. Okay, Pasha, that's half distance. We estimate 18 minutes of fuel left.
Very weird car in a lot of ways. But a fun one. I always enjoy it. I guess it's my kind of weird, because I just get along with it. Your first SRS race was an hour enduro. My goodness.
P5.
That's a tricky one, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, I usually go in too hot.
The gap ahead is now 6.1.
I may have related this story on stream before, but my first race on SRS was a 20-minute sprint race at Laguna Seca in the Porsche Cup. A car that I had never driven before. I somehow landed in top split and finished. It's a 20-minute race. I finished 2 laps down.
That lap was at 121.5.
And after the race, I got a DM from Josh Martin, who has since gone on. He works for Fanatec now, doesn't he? I forget. He does some sim racing esport thing for a living now. But back then, he was just another guy in a basement driving on SRS. But he sent me this DM. It's like, with all due respect, you need some practice before you come to the track again. Because you're a danger to yourself and others. And you know what? He was right. I couldn't argue with a word of that. So I, in fact, fired up the game and practiced for a while. And my next race, I was only 1 lap down.
Tire temps are good.
Oh god. Reading chat, reading chat. Oh god.
Stay between the lines, please, Pasha.
Oh, absolute streamer move.
The gap in front is now 7.1 seconds.
What? What's up, Greg? You're not a danger to yourself and others. Did you see the pretty car that I posted for this series? I made it with no expectation that anybody but me would drive it. But I went ahead and made him anyway, because why not? It said I had a Trojan in it?
121.8.
What? What? Okay. Okay. Guess I'll be doing a virus scan after the race. Turn. Gotta catch John. Although I don't really have to catch John because I did knock him around a little bit and he deserves to finish in front of me anyway. Driving like an absolute idiot. I was, not him. Not him. That's bizarre.
P4.
Woohoo! Dorifto. Well, I assure you, I'm not trying to infect anyone with any computer viruses. Oh, God! Did it identify which file it thought was the virus?
Yellow flag.
Oh, God! Oil on the track.
Your right side tires are cold.
So I did have to use some trickery to get it to fit under the 10 megabyte limit. And it's not something I do very often, but it works. It turns out
122.6.
that Assetto Corsa is smart enough to render a texture no matter what the file name is, as long as it's in a format that it can recognize. So if you have a DDS file
The gap in front is now
that's too damn
7.2.
big and doesn't need to be, you can save that as a PNG and name it .dds just to satisfy the naming reference in the skin. But it's actually a PNG that takes up like half the space, and AC loads it just fine. That's how I have a dashboard right now. The dashboard is saved as a PNG, but it's named as a DDS. I wonder if your virus scanner detected that as a, this isn't the file format it says it is, and just assumed that it was some sort of virus. That would actually be an impressive level of too smart for its own good.
Yellow flag. The car behind's pitting. You've just done a 121.7.
Well, I pulled in Austin Powers coming into the pit. Little
Oh,
too
no.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, my first bit, I was not prepared for where the pit limiter grabbed me.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left.
Interesting. Well, I'll run Windows Defender and see what it says.
P3.
Dang, this car feels good around here.
The gap ahead is now 8.5. The leader, Smith, is pitting. The car ahead's pitting now.
How much fuel to the end?
49 litres. B2.
49 liters. That is not my number. Alright, I'll play your silly game, Jim.
The gap to Smith in front is now 4.1. Okay, Pasha. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
How's my fuel?
Should be about 4 minutes of fuel remaining. 4.5 litres per lap. We think we'll need to add 45 litres to get to the end. Your last lap time was at 122.0.
Alright. Wonder why my fuel calculator is so far off. Any mods in here?
Apparently I can't unplug my headset and plug it back in and have it talking out to the game.
Yellow flag.
Clear right.
What a guy.
That lap time was 121.5. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. Nice one, Pasha. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. The gap to Smith ahead is now 5.0.
Booyah! Box next lap. Tires are yellow, but I think they're fine. I think they'll be fine. I'm gonna double stint them.
You've got 2 minutes of fuel remaining, P2. That lap was a 121.5. We're running on fumes, mate. In this lap, box this lap.
Oh no! That is not called taking care of your tires.
The gap to Smith ahead is increasing. It's now 6.7.
Of course it is. He's better than me. Nothing wrong with that.
Very little fuel left. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
Woohoo!
Car left. Clear left.
There we
Watch your
go.
speed. You should be coming out into clear air. On exit, we should be in position 4. A few seconds behind P4.
Alright, well, I've got 50 liters going in. My calculator says 38. We'll see who's right. Go, go.
Window
I hope this
closes
saves
in
me
2
some
minutes.
time.
The pit exit's clear.
Unlucky. I don't know. I think I can catch these guys. I would have loved to come out ahead of them, for sure.
Pit window closes in 1 minute.
Oh, well, I mean, this is set up for 200% fuel and an hour-long race.
Okay, Pasha.
So
Don't
everybody's
think about
making
the
2
lap times.
stops.
Just hit
It's
each
just
and
a
every
question of
apex.
whether I
P4.
take tires on the second one. So I elected to not take tires. Problem is, I also took more fuel than I was expecting, so it didn't
Pit
save as
window's
much time as I really
10
wanted.
minutes to go.
It
That's
saved
10 minutes
some,
left.
but not a lot. Oh yeah, everybody's 2-stopping it.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 5.7 seconds.
I mean, it's not even close. Like I needed 50 liters to make it to the end. It's not like, ooh, if only I had, if only I had saved a little more. It's like, nah, it's not close enough to even think about it. Which is fine, because now everybody has to work out a 2-stop strategy. And what's it going to be? Is it going to be 2 short stops? Is it going to be 1 long, 1 short?
That That last lap was a
Do you
122.0.
start the race double stinting? Do you take tires every time? You know, that kind of stuff. It's really interesting. Oh, God, no! Oh, that's not gonna help. Ah! Driving like a knob. I really need to not abuse these tires. And that kind of counts as abuse right there. God, look at all the rubber put down on the entrance to this corner. None of that is painted onto the track. That's all stuff that's accumulated during the race.
That lap was a 123.2.
There's a track over here somewhere.
The gap in front has increased to 8.2. You've just done a 122.9. Okay, Pasha. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
That is not the way to
P4.
exit that corner. I don't think that was tires. That was just me screwing up. I keep getting
Tire
distracted.
temperatures are good.
I need to get out of my own head. Oh, jeez.
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
I'm losing so much time to these guys. Yikes. I actually led one lap during the pit cycle.
The gap in front is now
But,
11 seconds.
Give me the gaps.
Okay, I'll tell you the gaps.
That's not the breaking point. Oh god, I did it again. That's how I killed John earlier in the race.
The gap behind is now 45 seconds.
Why did I do that? Why am I an idiot?
Track limits.
No, you think, Jim? What was your first clue? There's weed in my teeth?
The gap in front is now 12 seconds.
That's why nobody races open cockpit LMPs anymore. Also, they got tired of sitting in the rain unprotected.
The gap behind is now 43 seconds.
Come on, car! Well, I ain't catching Don. Just call me Mr. Mid-Pack. I am just dependably average. Unbelievable.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Good one, John. But don't start counting those chickens yet.
Who said I can count?
It's time for you to mess up one of those chicanes, my friend.
Well, I don't know. The thing is, on the first stop, I was taking a full load of fuel, and the tire change is shorter than that. Also, my rear
5
tires are
minutes
now in
of
the
fuel
red.
remaining. 5 minutes.
So I think double stinting was
That time was 122.3.
about as risky as I thought it would be. Oh God! Oh baby! Oh, that's a big difference in traction. What's up, Dave? I don't know. I've had some pretty idiot moves in this car. Very, very idiot.
Yellow flag. The gap behind is now 35 seconds.
Whoa, baby! Oh! It's the new paint scheme. New paint schemes always make you faster. Whoa, that's a second gear corner. What am I doing? No, not now. All right, well. Is this it, or is there one more?
The gap in front is now 26 seconds. One more lap to go.
It's not commentator's curse, it's chatter's curse. Ah, turn the wheel. Oh, man.
The gap behind is now 37 seconds.
Well, John, I think that ARB is, your setting is better on this corner coming up. That hairpin?
Yeah.
You were, I could not.
Well, there you
gain
go,
anything on you
P4.
Unless, you know, if we both took it
P4.
well,
Okay,
you were
that's the
always
finish.
faster
Well
than me
done,
through
mate.
that darn thing.
Woo! It's
Yeah,
Sentul.
and I was
It's,
doing
it's
more
an
of the
Indonesian
inside
tilty
line.
track.
Some
I
of you
think.
guys, I don't know about you, but we're doing more of an outside, like diamonding it.
Exactly.
I'm not sure
yeah.
it's a tilty track, but it has all the hallmarks of
Yeah,
a
I was
tilty track.
entering it in third and just kind of coast past the
Oh,
first apex on
that was a
third,
long
and then
race.
downshift into second about halfway through the corner, and it would get a slight drift around, but the car would rotate so I
That
could
was
get
a
on the
very long
gas
race.
a little bit earlier.
That was fun.
If I did it right,
It
I
has an
had
okay
a decent
flow. It
time,
has
but
some-
it was
it has some
maybe
weirdness to it.
50% of the time that you're.
I think the
you're
weirdest
able
part
to
of it
hit
is the
that-
two
that
chicanes.
well, right?
If you kind
Yeah,
of get
for sure.
distracted on your way through that
I was
sector,
doing
you
kind
kind
of
of
the same
forget
thing,
which chicane you're
entering in
coming up to
third,
because they look the same
getting second halfway,
on entry.
trying to carry enough speed to
So
get
that
to
could
the
be a
next
problem.
apex
I think that bit me a
before
couple of times. It was like,
actually
oh, I'm
getting
coming to
back
this
on
one.
throttle.
Nope, I'm coming to the sharper one.
Yeah. No, that was good. You got a good run on me off corner 1 and 2 there. A couple laps before the end there, and I tried to defend that on the inside, but there's just no hope. The outside line
But yeah, it's
was
one of
maybe
those
a
tracks
better
where it's
line
like,
for me to take rather
it's
than the
fine.
inside, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's
saw you
nothing
go to the inside,
exceptional
and I
about
thought,
it,
Okay,
but there's nothing
well,
wrong
let's
with it. It's
see
just,
how this
it's
goes.
fine. It's a
I
track.
actually thought maybe
It's
you
all
just
right.
gave it up. To
No,
be
hell
honest
no.
with you.
Well, normally you take the inside line, right, and make the other guy drive around the other
Yeah.
side, right?
Yeah.
I'm
But
going
if
to
I had thought about it a
deafen,
bit
if I
more,
can
that
find a way to
corner
do that in the
is
window.
one where
There we go.
I was taking it all.
Let's do something that we haven't done in a while, and something that will be worthwhile now that we have them. It's Livery Showcase. Starting just as bland. How dare you? How dare you? Get out! No, just kidding. Don't. So there it is, the newly updated number 97 LMPC car. Got the 2013-ish Tudor blue badges instead of the more modern greenies. Guard duck forever. Got colored cloth on the headrest now. This is not just black anymore. Got some interior details I'll get into in a sec. But yeah, it looks pretty mean. It's got basically period correct IMSA badging, plus the standard zero bandwidth stuff. Pretty pleased with how it turned out. Got the name on the wang as well. For the interior, I can get my controller out here and zoom on into FreeCam. You see the whoops, hello head. You can see the piece of tape with my name on it, so that's cool. The ignition is now labeled Go and Whoa, so that's fun. And then over here you have a whoop. Goodness me, this is hair trigger. Whoop, stop it. There you go. You got zero bandwidth labeled ECU, and the box now says Magic, do not break. In the stock liveries, if you notice, the liveries that come with this mod, this box is labeled like a fuse box, except that every label has the name of a beer on it. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's pretty funny. But I just for a personal touch, deleted those, and instead it's a black box that has handwritten on it, Magic, do not break. I do take comedy way too seriously. I really do. But yeah, other than that, it's nice little barely customized cockpit. Cockpit. Giggity. with my name on it. Yay. Because, you know, it's sim racing. Why not put your name on a car and pretend that you're an actual race car driver? That is, after all, the point, right? So there you go. There's the number 97 revised. John Crane in the 23. This is not his livery. I downloaded his real livery today from the Discord, and frickin' SRS overrode it with the older skin. God dang it! Why? Why? Why must you be crap? Anyway. Carlos is in the stock 52, 38 for Jay, 54 core Autosport for Sean, Kevin Woodward in the 72. That's a fine high racing livery. I thought I had yours. Yes, I do. Is that the Carlos? I don't know. Does he race with Plebeian as well? There we go. Here's Martin Smith. I want to show this one off. Because dang, this is fine. Look at that. The same burgundy, white, and gray, but he's got some vines here growing through the gray. Who runs SRS? The mysterious benefactor. A nice hot pink Canadian flamey helmet with his name on it. Fantastic. What a great looking livery this is. My goodness. Me like long time. Who runs SRS? A guy named Enrique. Shoot. What's his last name? It's on the site. Alves. Enrique Alves. And Nakata's running one of the stock skins. So I am really pissed off about this. I'm gonna stop the livery showcase. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna reload the actual livery that John Crane is running tonight. Oh my god, it bothers me so much when this happens. Oh, it's so annoying. Let me just get this reloaded real quick. Because I downloaded this today specifically so that his new livery would be shown in the race. And then I get in here and SRS overwrote it with the old copy of the skin, even though what's on my hard drive is newer than what it's... Anyway. Oh, I hate it. Just give me a second here. Technical difficulties. All right, we're going to get back in the race. Hi. Or hee. I don't think it would ever have occurred to me to pronounce it hee. I would have called it hi every time. Okay. Crank up the music again. This is John Crane's actual livery tonight. Look at that beautiful car. I have the hiccups. Cool. There you go. He's got all the logos and various things. He's got his name on the side. Got Sim Pit. Foundation. I like it. Okay, so there you go. There's the real livery that we should have seen. What happened to Kevin J? Well, Kevin's VR headset died, which is unfortunate. And Jay, his ping was going wacky, and so he pulled to the side, and he basically just didn't want to crash anybody. So I want to watch this first lap because it was crazy go nuts. Oopsie. I'm still on the thingy. Stop scrolling. All right. I feel like I did okay here around the outside, but then kind of got caught out. Move back one. This is Carlos behind. Going into the first big corner. Somebody going wide. Carlos bringing it up the inside. Yeah, nothing shady about that. He just kind of nipped on through there, just the slightest of touches. That's Okada going off to the left. I turned in. I mean, you could argue that I kind of squeezed him here. And he goes over the curb. He does come out from the curb a little aggressively. But I mean, that's just racing. That's just nothing but racing. My, those are some fine looking automobiles. Coming down to the first chicane. I just kind of give it up here. And then John goes off in the grass. Oh. It's lap 1 though. Like, lap 1 is like a completely different universe, you know? The rules of the rest of the race don't apply to lap 1. You need to drive around expecting wacky stuff to happen. It was a good battle. I call that nothing but good racing right there. Wow. And it continued. On to lap 2 here. Zoom. I managed to get him into turn 1 here. But then, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this now. So we come into turn 1. Let's go to his in-car. So we come into turn 1. And I've got the inside. And I touch the curb and the car starts going around me. And there is absolutely nothing Carlos can do except hit me. Like, he has no choice but to hit me here because he's following me through. He's got, you know, he's taking a conservative line. He sees me there. He's just going to follow me on through the corner. And then I whack the curb and the car gets slidey. And I just stop in his face. There's nothing he can do but hit me. And that sets me back. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing intentional. But, I mean, if he nails the brakes there, he's dead, right? If he nails the brakes, his car goes around. So he's got to do something, and there's nothing he can do. And then, oh, God, I almost killed that guy, whoever it was. But, yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. Set me back in the race a little bit. But, other dramas ensue here pretty quickly. I kind of want to see what went on to bring me back to the fore. Okada going off there. Whoa! Okada and Jay getting into it. John's nipping through there. And then Okada he just goes off. What happens here? Locking it up. He's too far to the inside. The car just doesn't turn. He hits the gas and the car just refuses to turn. That is bizarre. Lap 1, everybody. It's not even lap 1 anymore. It's just early race wackiness. It takes a bit for these tires to warm up. Yep, what happened here? It's Carlos again. Coming into the final complex. He just misjudges the exit. I think I did that later in the race. Chookity, chookity, chookity. He's lucky to make it out of there. Oh, and then the tires grab and send him back into the sand. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. I maybe should have raised my car a little bit. Oh, it's not handling these curbs very well. Yeah, there are some very strange curbs. It's also weird how there's grass texture explicitly placed into the sand. Like, why? Is it like that? No. Oh. Wow. This was a really good race. In qualifying, we were, like, I think the entire field was within a second of each other. So we knew that the racing could get good. Here we go, testing the slipstream and the netcode. Yow. I think we're catching up to Sean here. Is that right? Yeah. And then, of course, like an idiot, I just... What a great move! And then I drive into the grass. Like... I'm sorry. And now you made me on. Could be worse. You could be aware of your breathing. Yeah, what happens to Sean here? It's funny. I'm like remembering things that happened an hour ago. The car just snaps on him under braking. Now, is this the first chicane? Yeah, this is the first super sharp chicane. Boy, he's fighting that. First gear, wow. You should be braking here. He forgot which chicane it was. Guarantee he just forgot which chicane it was. Now, Dave. This is a family channel. That's too bad. Meanwhile... John's getting in my head. Is this the lap where everything comes unraveled? It might be. Where's my mouse? No, I think it's a couple of laps later. Thank you. Greg, please don't do that. Let's see. Ow. Is this the lap where I screw everything up? Or is it the next one? I suppose I could tell by the much longer lap time. I think it's here. Yeah, here we go. This is the dumbest, slowest accident ever. So watch this. There's a couple laps later. So this is, again, this is the slow chicane, and I forgot this time. So, this is the dumbest thing. So this is the slow chicane. I missed the brake point because I'm an idiot. That's fine. Explainable. So I come to a stop, and now I'm trying to, like, just tiptoe through the corner. I'm on the curb, and the car just does not turn. Like, I'll just hold to the inside, and John can get around me, right? Perfectly fine. I'm almost at a complete stop. And it just hops over the curb and hits him. Like, this is 1,000% my fault. But, on the other hand, I was kind of expecting my vehicle to turn. And it just didn't. So I knocked John around in the wackiest, dumbest accident ever. And I just sit there and wait for him to catch up. And he just, I don't know, he just waited. He had to wait for the other two cars that were coming. And at that point, I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess I won't let you around. But now I've lost all this time myself. Oh, yeah. There were some beached cars all over the place in this race. And what was this lap's malfunction? I think I was just driving badly. Yeah, there was some good stuff in this race. Oh, okay, that's what that was all about. Now, at some point here, when the pit cycle starts up, like, I end up coming out just as, Martin, you're leaving the pits. And that got real exciting. Where was it? Whee! There goes John again. Oh, there it is. There it is. Here we go. So I have screwed up. I have let John by me again. And now, to add to the complications, Martin's coming out of the pits. Whee! Dorifto out of the corner. And I know Martin's faster than me. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess you backed out of that one there. I kind of thought you were going to go for it. I left the room. You thought... Not this time. Meanwhile, I'm like, I kind of need to pit. I really should have just let it go. That's the thing, like, in qualifying, we were all within a second of each other, I think. This was going to be a close race. And it would just come down to how many times would you screw up. And I guess in your case, the answer was 0. And in my case, the answer was very non-zero. Oh, even you had 2. Okay. Man, I wish this track's lights worked. Maybe that's something I'll take up over my Christmas break. Is see if I can throw together a CSP config for this track. I think I've actually looked at it before and then looked at those hollow light poles and I was like, eh, F this. I also spun entering the pits my first time. I wonder if anybody actually made 2 clean pit stops. Oh, I've done CSP files for multiple tracks now. Yeah, watch this. It just grabbed me. Fortunately, I didn't hit anything. But, yeah, that was interesting. Ah. Well, this is a fun race. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's, oh, it's an SRS race, so we can do this, too. Results. Let's see about results. How quickly we forget how these things work. There it is, all the way at the bottom. Sentul Martin Smith with the win. What is that? 30 seconds ahead of John and Don. An excellent win, and oh, I cannot tell you how happy I am. The incident point championship penalty is gone. Oh my goodness. Like, I still want to keep my incident average low, but it got so tiresome. But there you go. 102 points for the win. Let's see. Yeah, I just need to set up a browser source for the website. I know I can do it. I'm lazy, Dave. Don't you know that? John and Don second and third, rounding out the podium for PSR. I come in fourth with 5 big ol' incidents, all of my own making. Not a single complaint against anyone else in this race. All of my problems were of my own making. Last car on the lead lap as well. Okada in 5th. Sean Sebring 6th. The only one of us, the saint of PSR, the only one of us with a clean race tonight. He gets 88 points. Carlos in 7th, and then Jay and Kevin with technical issues. Unfortunate. Come down to the position chart. And a pretty dominant performance from Martin tonight. After Kevin took the pole, but then had issues with his headset. Don Debian all the way up at the top. With a nice consistent race. Pipped just at the end by John Crane for second place. And look at this drama for the man in light green. All the way up to first there on lap, 16 in the first pit cycle. Managed to lead a lap. And then pitted, fell back to my proper place mid-pack. Wandered back up to second before the next pit. And just couldn't quite make it out in front of Don and John. After that second pit stop, I was trying to save time. I think I should have. I'm gonna need to go back and review the tape. Grabbing the lead from P6, I know, right? I need to go back and look at the recording of this race to see how much fuel I had left at the end. Because crew chief told me to add 50 liters, and my calculator told me to add 39. And I'm like, I'm not going to gene myself. I'm going to add the 50, but then I was overfueled. I want to see how much I was overfueled by, to see do I believe crew chief or do I believe my own calculator. Championship results so far: Martin Smith in the lead by 10 points over John Crane, Kevin Woodward in third, and I have struggle bust on to fourth place. Only 2 points back, 1 point back to Don, and then another 5 to Sean. Then you have Okada in 7th place, 2 points back from Sean, and then Steve, Carlos, and Jay have all only run one race. That is difficult to say. What a nice tight battle for the championship still, with 4 races to go. Let's just review where those races are going to be. Zoop. So the rest of the series, Silverstone GP, a pretty good choice for this car. Road America, Paul Ricard, and Cirque de la Sarthe for the final race, because of course it is. Oh, fantastic. This is a good schedule. Chang, I'm kind of ambivalent about Chang. Sentul, it grew on me. I really enjoyed this race. Sentul grew on me. It needs the right car. I think downforce cars are probably the best choice for Sentul. I think if you tried to run like touring cars or something, it would kind of be a chore. But cars with downforce that can kind of push through the fast stuff, and then you have to really think about your brake points and drive around out of the slow stuff. You got to get your exits right, and you just got to blast out of those corners and take the straights. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to remember, because the chicanes on approach, they just look the same. You just have to, is this the first one or the second? Like, if you get distracted on your way, like, out of the first big turn towards the chicane or between the chicanes, if you get distracted and lose track of which one you're coming to, it'll really bite you. It's just, everything on that track just looks the same. It really needs, like, super contrasty billboards, like a big blue billboard on one and a big pink one on the other, or something like that. Just to sort of, or like a big tree, or I don't know. I don't know what you could do to make that better, give a better visual clue there. But I don't know. It was kind of fun. It was a nice flowy circuit. I enjoyed it. Yeah, you always get it wrong the wrong way. Like, it's fine if you assume you're coming to the slow chicane and it's actually the fast one. It's like, oh, well, great. But yeah, I came up to the slow one thinking, oh, this is the fast one, right? Uh-oh. No, it's not. I'm dead. But yeah, that was fun. I like Sentul again. It needs the right car, though. This is a good car for that track. Any kind of downforce car, I think, would be great. Slower cars, touring cars, probably not a great choice. But yeah, big downforce cars, good times. Be interesting to bring like LMP1s, like hybrids, so they could like power out of the turns with the hybrid. That'd be an interesting sort of exhibition race. Write this down, Dave. First sort of inter-series race after the fantasy series is over. We should do LMP1s at Sentul. See how it goes. That would be fun. So yeah, this will be a fun series. I'm looking forward to it. It's interesting now. Like, I really enjoyed being a host. You'll kill everyone. All right, whatever. I really enjoyed being a host on SRS for 30 freaking seasons, but I don't know. It's so much nicer now. Like, the pressure's off. I can just join other people's series and have a good time. It's great. So, speaking of other people's series, there's a lot of good stuff going on this season. GT3 dailies. You got the Janetta Junior dailies, or are these hourly? Yeah, these are the quote-unquote hourly, which is kind of every 3 hours. 70s F1 cars. You got a Tattooist series. Although, if you want a Tattooist series, you can get your fix on Race Room. But, yeah, whatever. It's fine. You got a Ferrari 458 GT2 series running, what is that, weekly, I guess? Doesn't seem to be sponsored by anybody, but that looks like a fun schedule for those cars. Dang, look at that. Silverstone, Road America, Monza, Barcelona, Nürburgring, Spa. Dang. That's at 5 o'clock. I need to get into this. That's going to be fun. Let's see. Donnie Plank and Slowbros doing the Escort on Mondays. Mondays, right? I think. And then Ricochet series running the Ligier. Got Classic Lotus. High on GTP doing the GT4 Porsches. Brands Miguelu, Saxon Ring, Autopolis, Assen, and Misano. What an interesting choices. Aussie Stig doing the RS01. He does this, like, on a rotation. Like, he's pretty dependable for picking this car once, every now and then. But, ooh, that's a fun... Look at that. That's a good series for this car. Wow. It's a shame it's 1600 daily or weekly, I guess. Oh, it's a terrible time for me. Man, I would love to get into that. That is a good list of tracks for that car. Is anyone signing up for the 458? That's an interesting question. We'll have to check it. Races. Apparently so. That one has 10. Let's see. That one's got 10 again. 9. 12. 11. Then 6. 8. It's okay. I mean, it's on par for attendance these days. It's depressing to see this though. Like, for somebody who kind of quote unquote grew up in SRS with like 2 or 3 splits for every event, to now see 10 people, how exciting. Like, I don't know. It feels a little strange. But yeah, look at that schedule. What a great schedule for this car. Oh, I want to do it now. And it's at 5 o'clock. So I could be like, oh, work's over, jump in the race. Oh, I need to start doing this, man. This is daily too. Oh, dude, I need to do this tomorrow. It's gonna be at Road America it's at Road America this week. I gotta jump into this tomorrow. Oh man, I don't care about that championship. This is just fun. Probably won't stream it though. Oh goodness me. Ow. I also need a seat for my rig. This is getting mighty old. Anyway, so that's the season, and that's about it for tonight, I think. But that was super fun. I enjoyed that. Sentul is I don't know why I deleted that track. It's actually pretty fun. But yeah, thanks for everybody for coming by. Congrats, Martin, on the win. Well done. And yeah, I didn't do any favors for my incident average, but at least I'm still under 2. Okay, you have no idea how hard I worked to get under 2. Oh my god. Considering for the first few months my incident average was like 8. This feels like a huge achievement. But yeah, coming up on my 100th podium. That'll be exciting. If I ever get it. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me for tonight. Thanks again, everybody, for coming by. And tune in. When's my next regularly scheduled thing? I guess Wednesday for more plebeian stuff. And maybe some things fantastic in between. But until then, thank you again, everyone. I do appreciate all the folks who come by and watch, and even if you're just lurking. It's all good. See y'all next time.